Rene!
Hey, you just literally just jumped right here.
We traveled. We time traveled. We time skipped.
Time skipped?
Yes.
How did we do that?
I don't know. But guess
somehow
what?
We're here.
Guess what?
What?
Tomorrow's Christmas Eve.
Oh my gosh, guys.
Oh my
Christmas
God.
Eve. You know what? Just let's think about this whole year so far.
Uh-huh.
It felt really long.
I felt it short.
But no, it felt leading up to Christmas felt short.
Okay.
The lockdown
Okay.
stretched the whole year out.
No.
This felt like this was like a year and a half.
Yeah.
This whole thing.
You're right.
Yeah.
I just erased March to like November
Yeah.
out of my head.
Basically.
Because
I think everyone did that.
Yeah. I'm like thinking about it and I'm like, because I feel like double.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel two things.
Yeah.
It was like a really long year, but it was also a really short year.
Yeah.
And I feel that at the same time.
The tail end of it was short.
Yes.
Yeah. The beginning of the year kind of was obviously it was normal. Kind of, you know.
Yeah.
But then certain stuff on the news, outbreaks were happening in February.
Yeah. And then it just led to what we're at now.
Where we're at now.
It's just insane how like 2020 is the biggest asshole ever to exist in life.
Yes. Definitely.
Okay, let's not say in life because there were probably much worse times in history.
In this current
in this
time.
in this last decade probably.
Yes.
2020 has been the biggest asshole to exist.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's like nothing. What is there to be excited about if you're an adult from like March to November? You don't have summer vacation anymore.
No.
That was like long gone after you graduated high school.
Yeah.
If you weren't doing like summer school and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, summer, if you live in California, you can go to the beach in hot weather, but then if
We
you live in
couldn't even do that.
we couldn't do that this year.
We couldn't do that. We couldn't go to fairs.
We couldn't do anything.
Yeah, we couldn't go to fairs. We couldn't go to like even to a pool.
No.
Nothing.
OC Fair is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Everything gone.
LA County Fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cons.
We're based in California, so that's why we're mentioning
Sorry,
this.
guys, if I don't, there's no trouble in here. Okay,
We don't know
that's
what's out
great.
there
I know.
besides
We don't know.
California.
Okay. All right.
If it's in the LA area.
And I usually go to Utah in the summer, but we couldn't because of COVID.
Everything was canceled. And then
Everything was canceled.
what makes it worse is that 2020 looked at November and was like, yeah, y'all are not going to enjoy any of this. No. November 1st, you blinked. Guess what? December 24th is done. It's over.
Yeah.
What happens December 31st at 11:59?
The year will reset. We're going through 2020 again.
January 1st, 2020. Hold up. Why is my calendar not working?
Yeah. Wait. What's going on, guys?
The biggest prank would be for calendar makers to like have
I can see it now.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about, right? It's like it'll because you know how when you buy a new year or a new calendar, they usually start with like I think it's like September, October, November, and then they give you December. Then they start giving you the other 12 months. So what if like their calendars are like, and for people that don't peak, they're like, okay, November, December's done, January 1st, 2020. And then we just repeat this whole process over again. What if this was all just a dream?
Oh, God.
What if we're in the Matrix, in a simulation? As soon as like January 1st at 12 midnight,
we all wake up.
We all wake up from our pods.
It's like, you guys passed.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
January 1st, 12 a.m.
That means this podcast was all for nothing then.
Oh. Wow.
That means literally doing this right now.
This never existed.
This never existed then.
January 1st at 12 a.m. A life bar pops up in the sky. And we all have to team up together to fight the final boss. 2020 reincarnated as an actual being.
Have to fight the giant spaghetti monster.
Why spaghetti monster?
You don't know about there's actual religion that people believe in the giant spaghetti monster.
I've heard about that, but that was like high school when I heard about that. I don't know.
That's what this is.
Imagine that
giant,
they did that.
Yeah, or Cthulhu.
Oh my God, there was something that my fiance said that was like, it made sense. And I'm like, I forget who did what at the beginning of the year, but it started the like downfall of 2020. I can't remember what she said. Maybe
like something happened in January that
like,
kind of like
yeah,
led up to like this was going to be a horrible year.
Yeah. I don't know.
What started out in January, guys?
Hang on. I'm going to give her a call real quick.
Oh.
Yeah, she's live on the podcast.
Live on the pod.
Live on the podcast. Let's see. Because, like, she said it. Hang on.
Don't even tell her that.
No, I'm going to tell her.
Oh,
I can't say, like, okay. I can't be mean and be like, oh, you're being recorded. And she's like caught off guard if she answers.
That's another thing. She going to answer, guys?
No. What? She's usually really good answering the phone.
The one time, Andy. The one time. What? She's listening to it.
No, it's because before. No, it's not. Okay, maybe at the end of the episode, we'll probably call her back.
We'll try again. Yeah.
I made mac and cheese before leaving the home. So,
oh, really?
Yeah,
what kind did you? Was it Kraft or did you make?
No,
what?
I made it. I was like, what kind of mac and cheese is there? I didn't know there was several different ones.
Yeah, there is. Did you bake it? Did you make it in a pot?
Yeah, I made it from scratch.
Okay, good.
Yeah, there's one kind of mac and cheese.
No,
there's different ways of making it.
Yes, and that depends on your
my culinary.
No, not that. If you're financially stable or not. If you're not,
are we at Kraft macaroni and cheese, or are we at cup of noodles level?
Ooh. Have you ever had the cheddar cheese cup of noodles?
Hell yeah!
It's okay.
I put hot Cheetos in there.
Oh, okay. That sounds good, actually.
It's bomb.
Do you put a lot of water in it or not?
No.
You try not to?
I try not to.
Yeah. My niece grabbed one of those, and she did the thing where she kind of filled it up, and then it was just like soupy cheese. And she's like, I don't want it.
How did we go from talking about 2020 to talking about mac and cheese? Because I was saying that she's probably eating mac and cheese, and that's why she didn't answer.
It's delicious. That's why.
Well, can we get into the intro? We've like already expanded our banter.
What the hell, guys?
I'm listening to the nerds here, and they're talking about macaroni and cheese. Why?
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Hey, this is the technically,
this will be
the last episode.
This will be the last issue.
Last issue.
Of the year.
Yes. Yes, because the next issue we'll be doing is an annual. Exactly. So the last issue. Make this one. I want the best. I want Rene.
You guys, what he does? He's freaking putting so much pressure.
Okay, I'm gonna put the same pressure on me for the outro.
All right.
I want the best Rene possible. I want the Rene that's gonna be out there fighting the boss January 1st, 2021.
Oh man.
All right, let's do this.
Hold on. Now you're like, I'm like, I gotta
put you all nervous.
I know. You kind of like put a little the wrath of God in.
Let's do it.
All right.
Here we go.
Hello, citizens. Welcome to Keeping Up with the Nerds Variety Hour, coming to you from 12920 Philadelphia Street, Whittier, California, aiming to be Whittier's #1 podcast of all things nerdy. I'm your host, Rene.
And this is Bryan.
And welcome to the show, everyone.
Bravo. Yes.
That felt good, honestly.
I felt that. Yeah. I felt that. Like it went into like my ear holes and like stimulated my brain in a way that was just like, oh shoot, like I hope I don't mess up the one line I have, the one word, my name.
It's like, no, it's on me.
And this is Rene. My name's Rene.
My name's Rene.
Made me choke on my own spit, man.
That's how you know.
This is Rene, and this is also Rene.
I'm Rene too.
This is gonna be a good episode. Let's end this issue man. Strong. Yes. Let's do this. All right. So, for some unknown reason, Disney took the spotlight last week.
Oh, man.
They came into your door. They came in through your chimney.
Yes.
Rene. All right? You probably don't have one.
I don't.
Okay, but they came in anyways.
They Santa Claused it where they formed a chimney.
Exactly.
And Mickey was there in his little and he was there in his little Santa outfit and just like threw a bunch of Marvel
through a bunch of Disney stuff, and threw a little handful of Star Wars news at us.
He came in and was like, "Hey, Rene.
Hi.
Here, are you interested in some Marvel and Star Wars presents?"
Yes.
You don't say yes.
Oh,
no. Yeah, you do say yes.
I do say yes.
Yeah, so why not?
I
Yes.
want it.
Well, Rene. Here's some titles and stuff that's going to coming out soon, Rene. Yeah. Are you happy with this?
Except for that droid story.
Oh no, it doesn't matter. Rene, here, take more. Oh, do you want a trailer?
Oh yeah.
No, here's another trailer for you.
Oh my God, this
Rene,
is getting heavy.
are you okay? Or do you want more? Rene, I don't care. Here, take more. I got a good Mickey voice.
There you go. That was pretty good.
Holy crap! I don't know what came out of me.
It kept getting better and better.
That's a little cease and desist from Disney.
Cease and desist.
What's
there
that?
You go, guys.
Disney?
It wouldn't be an episode if we didn't make fun of Disney. Sorry, no, we love Disney. Honestly, we support it with our wallets and everything. Guys. Unfortunately, we do.
So they came in with just a bunch of news.
Yeah, and they held nothing back.
And what's up with this week?
Nothing. We literally had to kind of like scrounge. I mean, not a lot happened. I mean, we have a main topic that we will be focusing on, and it's been hinted in Holiday Nerds since the beginning.
Yeah. Rene, what about The Mandalorian?
Oh, well, that is going to be our annual episode next week, guys.
Yes.
So that will be a whole episode on its own. But we will have to say, if we had to give us our thoughts on this new episode, such a good season finale.
Out of respect from what I saw, the last 10 to 15 minutes of the episode, I was in literal tears.
I was holding my head the entire time when that one ship flew into.
So that.
I don't want to spoil anything.
No, but we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it in the annual issue. Yeah. But oh my God. A little hint or a little preview. Mm-hmm. It is the best piece of Star Wars cinema.
Yes.
I have ever laid eyes on. Andy can tell you, I was in tears, shaking, and I was depressed after watching it. Because in my heart, I knew if I ever made it big in Hollywood, I would never amount to anything that Jon Favreau has put out there.
Yeah.
Like, holy crap.
This was really, really
beautiful.
Really beautiful and well done.
Yes.
And the ending could not have been better than how it ended.
But we'll talk about that in the annual issue. That's going to be next week's episode.
Yeah.
Next issue, excuse me. Next week's issue.
Next week's issue, guys.
Yes.
We'll talk about our full thoughts, and we're going to break it all down, talk about all the directors again, like we did in the last one, season 1. Mm-hmm. But we're going to talk about our favorites. We're going to talk about stuff that obviously we're going to critique some stuff. There are some things that we didn't really I shouldn't say didn't like, but things that we thought that could have been better. But that's hard. That was hard.
But that's going to be Variety Hour Annual number 2.
Number 2, yes.
Released December 30th, I think is what it's going to be.
That will be the December 30th.
December 30th. Wow, man.
Yep. And after that, it's a whole new year.
Heck yeah, 2020 repeat. Yep. But for this week's issue, we got we're going to make the most out of it.
Yeah, we're going to see where it goes.
Yes. So, Rene, what's on our itinerary for today?
So we do have a first ever Keeping Up with the Nerds gift exchange that we're doing.
Excited.
Yes, I'm excited for your present because I was really excited that I got it. And I was like, oh man.
Okay,
same thing.
Okay. I called you.
You called me. I know.
But
it feels heavy.
Just wait.
Did you stay within the limits? We had rules.
We had rules. I stayed within the limits.
Okay.
I might have gone a little bit above it.
Same here, but that was because of shipping.
Okay. So then we bent the rules slightly.
We bent the rules a bit. Okay.
What else? So we've got the gift exchange, which we'll be doing first.
Then we'll be talking about, is it a Christmas movie? Finally, it's going to go to court. Die Hard. Is it a Christmas movie?
But Rene, every other nerd outlet says that Die Hard is a Christmas movie. This is dumb. Why would you take it to court?
Because it's been topic of many things every single year. Everyone likes to debate it, and why not we debated it as well too. But you just recently watched it again, right?
I recently watched it after probably years of putting it away.
Yeah, I've watched it for like the 10th time this month before we started the
I know.
show.
I came in. It was the literal end credits of the movie.
As soon as December 1st, guys, I play Die Hard as much as I want. Like, I don't watch it any time of the year unless I feel like watching like the whole movie franchise.
It's like a quadrilogy.
Yeah, it's a quadrilogy. I don't know.
Close enough.
Yeah, someone is going to correct us. We're getting a message in the group chat right now. But yeah, so but I always watch Die Hard every year, every Christmas, and I always force my girlfriend to watch it as well too.
I can't make Andy watch it.
You can't?
No, it's not. Okay, because here's the thing. Because that movie came out in like late 80s, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like
mid 80s.
Mid
late
80s? Yeah. So none of those movies are necessarily gory.
Mm-hmm.
They're just very wet. Very bloody.
I see what you mean.
Yeah. And Andy isn't a fan of blood.
Mm-hmm.
So I told her, I'm like, honestly, like you could watch it because the worst part is it's John McClain going into the restroom and pulling
the glass out
of his foot.
Yeah.
That's probably like the worst.
That's it. And then basically, it's just your typical like, oh yeah, they covered in blood because either someone shot someone or they beat up someone and stuff like that.
Kneecaps being blown up, but
there's no like blood rushing out. It's like the mist of blood.
Remember in that same scene right before he walks out or he like escapes over the glass. He shoots the guy's kneecaps and they like pop open holes.
Oh yeah.
But that's like not even that bad.
No,
but she's not a fan of blood, so that's why.
And then so we're gonna debate about that. Not debate. We're gonna talk about that. Give our thoughts, and then also I think we're just gonna get into it as well too. Just Die Hard. Talk about little trivia here now and then, little things that happened with the movie, if we liked it or not, and stuff like that. And then finally, we're gonna talk about some news here now and then. But we're definitely going to talk about one thing that happened this week was at the set of, I believe it's Mission Impossible 8 is, you guys correct me if I'm wrong. It's the new Mission Impossible movie. That
I think it's 7.
Is it 7?
It's 7 or 8.
It's 7. Okay, hold on. Let me do. So it's Mission Impossible 1, Mission Impossible 2, 3. Then there was Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, Fallout. Oh yeah, that's Mission Impossible 7. Okay.
7.
Yeah, so Mission Impossible 7.
Good job.
What?
Good job. No, I was
I
was going through all in my head as well. I was like 1, 2, 3, Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, and then Fallout.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah, Fallout. Well, because
job.
I have the collection in Blu-ray. I watched Fallout. Was a great movie.
all of the Mission Impossibles are fantastic.
No, but Fallout was like especially like basically like that was the movie that basically Tom Cruise has been wanting to make for a Mission Impossible movie. He said it. He's like, that's the
Isn't
movie.
Mission Impossible 7 space?
No, it's the Fallout one.
No, the new one. 7 is the new one.
Oh yeah, 7. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he wants to go to space.
Yeah, he wants to go somewhere with that and stuff. But this
strap him onto a helicopter 50,000 feet in the air. I don't know
drop
how
him
high the atmosphere is,
right
but it's some
at
ridiculous
the edge of
number.
the atmosphere, basically. And boom! It just
No
shoots right
suit, no oxygen.
No
Tom
oxygen.
Cruise
I'm
does
just
this
gonna hold my breath.
bare ass naked.
You just see his cheeks falling into the earth. Yes, he's just like. Well, speaking of crazy Tom Cruise, and I shouldn't say crazy, especially in this situation, he did actually yell at a few of his crew members. Reasonings was because they weren't following COVID restrictions or COVID rules on set of the movie and stuff like that.
Yeah. So that's going to be an interesting.
That's going to be interesting because we listened to the audio rep before, and Bryan was really intrigued of how it went. So he's going to give his thoughts about it. And
You too, because we both. I think we're in the same boat.
We're in the same boat because how we feel about it and stuff. So we're going to talk about that. So that's basically the outline for this whole episode.
And we're drinking Bang.
Bang! We're back to our basics.
We're ending the issue of the year, the last issue of the year, with the thing that started it all.
And now I remember why I don't drink Rainbow Unicorn.
Because it's too sweet?
It's too sweet. But I'm going to drink it anyways.
All right. So we're going to do the gift exchange.
Gift exchange, yes.
Do you want to do yours first or mine first?
You go ahead. Go first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. So in front of me is a red box with holiday lettering that says, "'Tis the season to be jolly." And it's got my name on it from Rene.
Yes.
Here we go.
Go ahead.
I'm kind of nervous.
Why?
I don't know.
Go ahead. Come on.
Ah, it's paper.
It's paper, guys.
Whoa. Underneath the paper.
Ooh.
It is underneath the paper. Oh, you wrapped it up nicely.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm on that same boat with wrapping. I didn't wrap yours because Andy took care of it for me.
So blame her.
No, it's good wrapping, but wait. I choked. Oh my god! I saw. Oh, ooh, you're gonna love yours now.
Oh really?
Because I totally saw this, and I was like telling Andy, I'm like, this is dope. Oh, it's a I would say like black navy blue shirt with like Technicolor looking.
We'll take a picture for the Instagram.
Oh yeah, we'll post it on the Instagram. But it's a Mandalorian shirt. Oh, and it's his helmet.
It's his helmet. Is that right? Okay, so if you guys don't know, it's a picture of the Mandalorian's helmet, but inside of his helmet is stuff that happened in season 1 and stuff like a few things that happened in season 1.
That's dope.
That's
awesome.
Yeah, I got an extra large because I didn't want to risk it.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Thank
if
you.
you watch it, it should shrink down a bit.
Yeah, but bruh. Oh man. Okay, open up yours. Now I'm excited. All right, so there's a little bit of me in that gift.
Whoa.
It's a little. I'll put it. It's a little bit of my little spirit in there.
Your little spirit.
A little bit of my spirit in there.
So what I'm looking at, guys, is a green and white striped candy cane bag. I'll just call it candy cane bag.
It's a candy. It's a minty candy cane colored bag
with green tissue paper.
All right, so that first part right there. So you get 2.
No way.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
That's
the Green Goblin action figure. The 6-inch action figure, guys. Wow.
That's part 1.
That's part.
Wait, there's more?
There's more? Oh my god. Oh. There's a shirt under here. Wait, what is this? Oh my god.
That's why I'm so excited.
Awesome. It's a gray shirt with protects, attacks, and takes snaps, which is Baby Yoda in the middle of it. That is so cool.
Check out the back.
What's the back say? Oh, it says the Mandalorian. We got it. So, I love how we got Mandalorian shirts for each other. That is so cool. I love it. I'm gonna wear this tomorrow, definitely.
Good. I literally saw that. We were walking around the Disney store, and I saw that immediately, and I'm just like, "Holy crap, Rene would love this," because we keep talking about Baby Yoda.
I know.
And
my girlfriend's gonna be super jealous too.
Protect, attack, and take snaps.
Yes. That is. Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
You got me 2 things.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
No, why? I literally
awesome.
saw it because I couldn't decide which one. So I was like, okay, might as well do both.
Yeah.
I got them in person and it didn't cost me anything for shipping, so we're gonna go get them. So the Green Goblin, that's actually from the 90s cartoon version.
Yeah, that's
of it.
the 90s animated one.
And I'm like, dude, that's a dope action figure. I would totally buy it myself and keep it.
I like how you essentially bought something for that you would want.
Yeah, but I'm like, no, I gotta give this to Rene because this is dope to have.
I love it.
Yeah.
Now I gotta get Spider-Man for it.
I saw that in the bag too. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. It was. I just had to. I had to.
Thank you.
No, thank you. All right, so that concludes the gift exchange, the first ever gift exchange, and many more, hopefully.
Yeah, we're gonna do birthdays and stuff like that.
Ooh.
Yeah, we got. Oh yeah, definitely.
Ooh. Okay, we'll put these shirts on.
Yeah.
For the picture on Instagram.
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect. All right. Gift exchange is done.
Check.
So are we going to court?
Let's go to court.
Ooh, and okay, so
this was literally thought out right before we did this.
Yes.
Just to let you know if you guys think if this was not good, but we don't care.
Oh, I'm going to try my hardest. I'm going to try my hardest on this one. All right, so we're bringing back the court. We're bringing back Christmas court.
Christmas court, guys.
And yes, you said it yourself. We've already brought, many people have brought this into debate and basically said, yes, definitely it is a Christmas movie. But have we discussed it? Have we put it in our podcast and made content out of this? No. The answer is no.
It's no, Rene.
It's no, Rene. That's the answer, okay?
Yeah, okay?
So we're bringing it to court.
All right.
All right? And the culprit is Die Hard. Bruce Willis, get your ass in court right now.
Yep.
Let me do the intro real quick.
Go for it.
In the criminal justice system, holiday movies hiding as Christmas movies based offenses are considered especially heinous. In Whittier, California, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Christmas Movie Investigators. These are their stories.
Dun dun!
Woo!
All right.
Yes.
So what's
Law and Order?
Mm-hmm.
What an intro. All right.
This is it, guys. We've been talking about this, hinted at this the entire time, and also our listeners have been wanting us to talk about this as well too.
Bruce Willis, you know why you're here. You're here because we need to discuss if Die Hard is actually a Christmas movie. But Bryan, it totally is. Shut up! I didn't ask you to speak. Order in the court.
Order in the court.
Yeah, I'm method acting right now.
I know, you're really into it. I'm just letting you go with it, man.
Rene will be defending.
Mm-hmm.
Or defended. I was trying to figure out the word.
Our defendant.
Or defended Die Hard.
Yeah.
Rene.
Yes.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Totally.
No! Actually, yeah, I do agree.
This is going to be
it's over.
A quick court. All right, guys, that was the episode. Thank you much for listening.
No.
You guys can always find us here on Instagram. Don't forget about Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts.
That's it.
That's it. We're done.
No.
We'll see you in the next year. Peace.
Man, I'm choking too much, man.
This is a fun episode already.
Issue. It's a fun issue.
So, okay, let's talk about, if we're going to talk about Die Hard, obviously, let's talk about the knee-jerk reaction of people, why people think it's not a Christmas movie.
So, okay, I'm going to try my hardest to play, because I do genuinely believe it is a Christmas movie.
Same here.
But I'm trying to put myself in shoes of like a person that says it's not a Christmas movie.
I mean, it's hard to put yourself in a stupid person's mind. You know?
I don't know why that didn't register until a bit. I'm like, wait a minute, what?
You were about to take a sip, and I was like, don't take a sip.
I was like, wait, stupid. People really don't believe it's a Christmas movie.
No, I'm sorry. I'm trying not to be biased, but it's hard. And Die Hard. And
so, okay, let me get into the sense, okay? Because I thought about it. Mm-hmm. So I actually watched it this morning. Yeah. You just recently watched it just now.
Yeah, just like an hour ago.
My initial thought while watching it this morning, before I get into the mind of someone that doesn't believe this is a Christmas movie, is God damn, do I miss my dad. Because these are the type of movies that I would wake up to on a Saturday morning when he's making huevos rancheros with some bacon on the side. Oh, yeah. And he would put on Telemundo at like 10 a.m. And there it is, Die Hard or Speed or Predator or Scarface in Spanish. And that's how I remember Die Hard in Spanish. So watching this, I was having so much fun. And it was just such a great feeling to relive these like 80s action movie sequences that never actually could never happen in real life. But when you see them, you're just like, God damn, is this fun? This is great.
It's a good movie.
So
not only it's just a good Christmas movie, it's a good action movie. That's the thing.
What did you tell me this morning?
So basically I told you that this movie, I was trying to tell you, but I worded it really badly because I'm super hyped about Die Hard. So if you think about action movies that came out before Die Hard, you have these ones that star with like these muscle-bound dudes that are super huge that you would think in a typical action film. Stallone, Schwarzenegger, Jean-Claude Van Damme and stuff. Well, Bloodsport, yeah. All these guys that are super athletic, super buff and stuff like that would do movies. Even, what's his name? Dolph Lundgren. You know, he was a huge dude. He did a bunch of action movies. Clint Eastwood as well, too. He's that, very, grown, very kind of like rugged looking dude as well, too. You see those guys and you're like, okay, this is instantly an action movie. But that's the thing is that you would think those were action movies because of those actors and stuff like that. Die Hard changed the action movie genre by just casting a normal looking dude. He's not athletic. He's not, he's not super buff.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. He's just, like an average, he's a cop. And you expect that's okay. Yeah. If a cop was going to look like that, it would look like Bruce Willis. It's just a normal cop, a day-to-day guy. And putting him in a situation that basically felt really not real, but like the stuff that he was doing would be what we would try to do in that set of situations of trying to get to the police, not trying to basically go in guns a-blazing and stuff like that. So that's why, changed where it was like, okay, let's do an action movie where basically the main character is, not just basically going in with all of everything he has and blowing everything up. No, he's like trying to weasel his way through and trying to basically legitly make the situation, try to get through the situation.
There are a lot of like sit down sequences in that movie. And I noticed that okay, so when I think of like action movies, like the first one that comes to mind for me would be like Rambo or Terminator.
Yeah.
Right? Or Predator even.
Yeah.
Like those are my action movies.
And those start
the guys that you're talking about.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, let's think of Predator, right? You got Schwarzenegger's character who's trying to survive being hunted by this creature, right? He's buff. He's got his machine gun and he's blasting things.
He's doing quirky one-liners and stuff like that.
And a lot of the like slower sequences in those movies tend to be, setups for action sequences.
Yeah, it's a build-up.
It's a build-up, right? Die Hard did this thing that I noticed where a lot of the sit-down sequences are not necessarily build-ups. Like, they are, in a way, build-ups towards action sequences that are to come.
But they're very interesting.
Yes. They're the setups and kind of build-ups of the character that Bruce Willis is playing.
Yeah.
And you said it yourself in this, because we were messaging earlier, that this was kind of like an inspiration for Speed and other movies like that. Did Speed come after Die Hard?
Yeah, because it came out in the 90s. With Keanu Reeves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Funny enough. Who else was in it?
Dustin Hoffman. He was the villain.
No, the woman that was in there.
Oh, it was Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock. I don't know why I thought of. Yeah. Okay. So I was like trying to figure out who was the girl that was there.
Yeah. So what helped Die Hard with those scenes in particular that you were talking about?
Speed was 94.
Yeah.
And Die Hard
was like 86. I want to say
88.
88. See.
Okay.
So it set it up, everything, It set up basically, if you watched, what is it, the Netflix, not docuseries, but the Netflix little series called The Movies That Made Us, they talk about Die Hard, Home Alone. They talk about basically the production they went through, all the stuff that they had to go through, and also all the feedback of like when the trailer went out and when the movie came out and stuff like that. So really quick, Die Hard, when that was supposed to be cast before they got Bruce Willis, they went through the line of their action movie stars. Arnold turned it down, Stallone turned it down, Clint Eastwood turned it down, because they said the main character is a wussy. He's trying to run away from the bad guys. And
okay.
Yeah. That was the main thing that they didn't like, was that because in their movies like Rambo, Commando, or even Predator or Terminator, is that all their characters are going towards the villains or the bad guys and shooting them all up. And
even
stuff
Judge
like
Dredd.
Even Judge Dredd, yeah. But that, yeah. And
oh well, but that one came out later.
Yeah, that's the thing. So, but I'm saying is like they always faced their villains. In Die Hard, he's trying to basically run away, not really escape, but trying to call for help, But that's fine as long as it was, because that's what made it really good. It made it almost like very real, where you're like, man, like this guy's just put in the situation. Like, yeah, you would try to like. One of the scenes I love. Excuse me, the bang hit me. One of the scenes I love is that he's calling for a like emergency helpline. It's not 911. He goes, it's an emergency helpline. Remember in the beginning of the movie? And they're like, yeah, sir, this is an emergency helpline. If you want an emergency, call 911. This is like,
Are you talking about the walkie-talkie, or are you talking about the phone before the phone line gets cut?
No. Oh, I guess it's the walkie-talkie then.
He's on a channel then.
Yeah, he's on a channel. Yeah. And like they go like, this is, if you keep doing this, you'll be arrested. He goes, fine, arrest me. Just send a police car down here. Just like detain me or something. Just send someone. And like that's smart. Like he's trying to basically still trying to bring the police. He's trying to bring this to the police attention.
It's funny that you mentioned that this man is a wuss, but somehow still goes through a lot of badass sequences.
Oh yeah,
that are just kind of like
he's going through like the vents which is awesome. You know, he's like jumping from one vent to another. He was like,
like the setups too. It's like he uses the elevator shaft or the vent shaft to essentially go into a smaller vent by hooking the gun and then using the strap to go down.
Mind you, with no shoes.
No shoes.
Yeah, no shoes. That's it. And it's funny how you see by the beginning of the movie, he has a white tank top, and by the end of it, it's like brown.
Yeah,
it's all dirty. And
I thought
everything.
he changed it.
No, see, he didn't. It was a white tank top by the beginning of that movie.
Jesus Christ.
So what the thing, okay, see, now I'm like really I'm like going towards, but the thing is, so this movie went through so many stuff. It went even through rewrites as well too, because originally it was adapted from a book that a writer wrote about an old man trying to save his granddaughter from terrorists and stuff like that. But when the director got a hold of the script, the director was a bit of a dick. He goes like, he didn't really believe in the movie a lot, but he was willing to do it. He says, we gotta change the terrorists, because it feels like terrorists are not exciting, or not, people are too afraid of terrorists. That's too much. So they changed the terrorists to robbers. But they still went with the people thought
they were terrorists.
The people thought they were terrorists, but when really they're just robbers.
They kind of are terrorists, but like it depends on the definition. And that gets into very dicey territory. But like they are, because they do play like similar, you know, they play certain things in the movie that make them act like terrorists. Like they have hostages. Yeah. And then they actually follow the sequences. So like, you know, they were basically saying, we'll use the hostages as like a getaway kind of token. Yeah. We'll put them up on the roof, and when the helicopters come in to take us to, you know, the airport, quote unquote, we'll escape from another way and just blow up the entire roof. Yeah. Like they're using terrorist ways to try to get out of robbing the building. That's what it is. So I can see like what you mean by that. But also it's like, yeah, it's just even like going back to that point where we were talking about like the slower sequences and the buildups. It's like these sequences built the character of John McClain. We knew John McClain as the cop from New York who is having marital issues because his wife is more successful, and he didn't really believe that his wife was going to do anything productive here in Los Angeles.
Yeah, they lived in New York City. She got a job offer to move to Los Angeles for a company that he basically had no faith in, that it was going to take off for her and stuff like that. Yeah. And then what I also liked was that he wasn't just fighting these quote unquote terrorists. He was fighting the media. He was fighting the asshole crack addict. And he was also fighting LAPD as well as the FBI. Yeah. Like he was taking on a lot. He was taking on a lot. And it's like the movie did not hold back on basically making it obvious that these guys are just assholes. Yeah. Like these are jerks. Yeah, the FBI's were like the biggest assholes in the
FBI's were jocks. Yeah. And then LAPD's deputy was like a straight up kind of like, how can you trust this man? Like I get it.
That
like,
was the guy from Breakfast Club too.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was the teacher from Breakfast Club.
Oh shit, I didn't even know.
That's why he pulled it off so well.
He was just an ass. Yeah. And then he was just like, the thing that kind of bothered me, like like I said, the FBI were like kind of like jock mentality. Yeah. Where they were like, oh, well, you know, we might lose 25% of our hostages, but whatever, we'll call it a day and it's a success. Yeah. And it's like, dude, are you freaking kidding me? Like, this isn't some sort of like, you know, like a project or something that you can just say like, yeah, I got to be great. This is like lives at stake that you're basically just throwing out there. And the other thing was that everyone in LAPD was competing against one another. Oh, they're shooting out the lights. Get the people out. That's what the deputy said. Yeah. And then the guy in charge of the 4 men trying to break in through the doors were like, we're almost through. We're almost through. Yeah. Like, are you dumb? Yeah. Are you dumb? Like, pull them out. Okay, then they send the armored vehicle. No, it's all good. It's all good. Gets shot 3 different times by rockets. It's like they're all trying to compare dicks over here. Oh, my God. So it's John McClain versus the world. Yeah. Essentially. Basically. So which was... Then you have, like, I think, like, the best villain out of the whole Die Hard franchise is Hans Gruber. Played by Alan Rickman.
Played by Alan Rickman. And this was his first movie, I think.
Not Professor Snape.
Yeah, it's Snape, yeah.
Is it Snape?
That's Snape, yeah. It is, man. I'm telling you. Alec Rickman.
I'm trying to put the 2 and 2 together.
It's because he looked completely different.
Yeah,
that's why.
he does.
He's got a baby face.
What the heck?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I posted it on Facebook. Pretty much like, because the whole reminiscing thing. Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can find the comment. Because one of my friends, Nick.
I think. Oh, I saw that comment.
You saw that, right?
I saw that comment.
In quotes, he's like, Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie. You've got your main character running around a huge building trying to avoid Alan Rickman. It's a Harry Potter movie. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
But if it's not a Christmas movie, then what do you say to people that believe the Harry Potter franchise is
a Christmas movie?
A Christmas, or they are Christmas movies?
Yeah.
Question.
Right?
Yeah.
Nick.
All right. So Die Hard is just great.
It's a great, if anything, it is a fantastic action film.
Yes.
I love it.
It's
my favorite action film of all time.
It makes me want to revisit a lot of these like old like action movies.
Like 80s movies.
Even
80s
Speed.
Action. Yeah, Speed is really good.
Speed is literally about a bus. And that's the entire it's the entire movie is a bus that can't drop below a speed limit.
So basically Die Hard essentially created its own genre in a way where it's basically you stick people in a situation and or building or vehicle or in a certain area that is taken over by either a bad guy or a group of bad guys as well too. That's what that genre is Die Hard.
And you know what I noticed about Die Hard before we bring it? Because we're praising Die Hard in court right now. That's what we're doing. But because we still got to decide, is it a Christmas movie? And I got to play my part. But here's the thing. I noticed that a lot of these movies back in the day, the quote unquote big villain or like the boss before the boss, they all like have some sort of distinctive attire or weapon. Yeah. So okay, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
So the guy that goes after John because he killed his brother.
Okay, really quick. Did you know that in real life that guy's a ballerina dancer?
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I would not have expected that.
Because of his stature and his hair.
That's fantastic.
That's why they casted him.
Holy crap, that's great. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
But the point I was trying to make.
Okay, I just had to throw that in.
No, that's great. Every henchman had, and this is just coming from like my Call of Duty experience. I'm not a gun expert at that.
Yeah.
Is that
he had a distinct gun.
Yeah.
If you play Call of Duty was it
Warzone or something?
Warzone,
yeah.
Or what's the other one?
It's just Call of Duty Cold
Battlefield
War or
Battlefield.
Yeah.
You know what gun we're talking about right now.
Every henchman has like the MP5, right? And then this guy,
like the standard,
it's just a standard MP5. And then this guy has what in Call of Duty it's labeled as the AUG, the AUG, but it's like he has to attach like a long barrel and it's scoped and it's green and it's so distinctive.
I think because of his size, they had to make it longer. Like make it look
but still it's like, why does he get the special gun?
I know, that's what I was
but
thinking
everyone
too.
Else, like what made him so special?
I think because every other henchman, I think it was like the budget, because like every other henchman had like the MP5 like you said.
Yeah.
But he was like, no.
But he only became important when John McClain killed his brother.
Oh yeah.
That was it. Because even the brother had an MP5. So it's like as soon as his brother dies, out comes the big ass weapon with the long ass, barrel and the scope. So it's like I just love that little detail into that. That was the boss before the boss.
That was a great fight too at the end of that movie between them.
Yeah.
It's like
Just die.
Just die. He's like, you should have heard your brother when I broke his effing neck. I was like, what the F? He was like, he literally said that to him.
And it's so great because like he hangs him from like the chains.
The way he does it is so, because the way that John McClain fights in this movie is so real. It's not choreographed. It doesn't feel choreographed. It's just literally two guys fighting and trying to like kill each other.
Yeah, smack the head against the metal pipes, throw them into the plastic barrels of God knows what's in there. Fight on the stairs and stuff like that. Sees chains, wraps it around his neck, and throws him over.
It's just like he tries to do it so quick because he wants his fight to end.
Yeah, and then he just hangs there and then stays there. And then guess what happens at the end of the movie?
He comes back.
He's like, how did he even make it out alive?
Like, can you imagine, like, just him just sitting there, just like, I'm just gonna wait my moment.
Yeah.
I'm just
As the
wait.
people are coming down the stairs.
Yeah. It's just like.
All right, so I haven't seen it in years.
Yeah.
But I forgot how much fun the roof sequence is. Forget the C4 falling down the elevator shaft
that was
and causing.
Cool, though. I love that because he's like, he's putting the charges on it.
Yeah.
Or in it, and he's like, oh, fuck it. He's like, puts more in, puts the computer monitor just for weight, and drops it in the elevator shaft, and just then like looking at it goes, oh shit! Just realized he overdid it, you know.
And then the sequence where the explosion goes up the elevator shaft, and it goes through the elevator doors, and he has to like dive to get out of there. What was the budget on explosions?
I don't know. I know that Joel Silver was the one that produced it, and the one thing he asked was that he wants the roof of the building have an explosion.
And it did.
It did.
And it was so great.
And it's the classic, like, jump out.
Arms spread wide.
John McClain just jumping out like, yeah, you know.
Oh, man.
But I think one of the greatest things about it as well, too, is that how... just Bruce Willis. This was Bruce Willis's first action movie, or big budget movie as well too, because he was doing TV before this. Mm-hmm. He was doing rom-com TV. It was a movie called Moonlight. I mean, a TV show called Moonlight, where he was just basically, I think it was like an actor he played in the show, and he would basically be a smartass, like the same way how John McClain is.
Yeah.
But this was his first action movie debut, and everyone, and I remember. They said that when the trailer came out in movies to test audiences, you know, when they saw the trailer, they were laughing because they didn't take it seriously right away. But until the movie came out, then it became something.
Could you imagine going back in the day? I mean, because
I would love to go see this in a movie theater,
like for the first time,
for the
not
first
ever.
time.
Yeah,
going back in time and just seeing everyone's reaction.
That's what I was thinking right now. I was born 93. You were born 92.
Yeah.
Okay, so this movie came out
long before us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? Before?
Yes,
yeah, before
1988,
us.
yeah.
Yeah. So it would be really interesting to be like 18 years old, 18, 20 years old.
Yeah.
Going into the movie theater and then watching this premiering, not knowing who Bruce Willis was or, you know, Alan Rickman, not knowing anyone.
Yeah.
And then just being like, would we be amazed, or we would come out of the movie going like, huh. Like, okay.
Yeah. I think we would have a fun time watching it. I don't think we would be like blown away, but it would be a fun movie. That's the thing.
I remember watching Predator as a kid. Mm-hmm. Yes, as a kid. Again, these were Saturday mornings with my dad, and my dad sat me down and he said, "Hey son, none of this is real." Over and over and over again. Your head doesn't blow up that way. These monsters don't exist. Schwarzenegger's not going to come out without a shirt and shoot you dead.
Right.
Which Schwarzenegger became the governor of California.
I know. I think one of the lines that okay, so something about casting Arnold in an action movie and giving him like a cheesy one-liner every time he killed someone was like, I think it was in either Predator or Commando, where he throws a pipe like a pipe at someone. It goes through him and he's stuck into the wall, and he tells him, "Stick around." Or
what was the Mr. Freeze line?
Yeah, oh yeah, Mr. Freeze. Oh, there's so many. That's the thing. Oh yeah, like what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. I don't know what was up with that.
I mean, like, it's Schwarzenegger.
But the way he delivers these cheesy one-liners just makes it even
That's
better.
how he became governor of California. He literally used his one-liner to basically seduce us into voting for him.
That's true.
I don't know if that actually happened.
Nah, I see it, you know.
It could be.
It could be.
I don't know. That was. I remember when that happened. My dad was like, I don't know if he voted. Not to get political or anything. I don't know if he voted for him or not.
I think my dad voted for him.
Did your dad vote for him?
I think my dad voted.
Okay,
for him.
I don't know if he did. I don't know if my dad did, but I remember he was. I remember like not the excitement, but like the awe, because at the time,
yeah. Like to
I didn't
actually
know,
have an actor.
Yes, this is the
governor.
first. I heard the term from him first.
Yeah.
when he was just like, oh yeah, he's the governor.
The governor.
The governor. And I was just like, that's where I heard it from. So my dad was like, I don't know if it was like genuine excitement or if it was like kind of like, what?
Yeah.
But that's where I heard the governor term from. Not from anyone else, but from him.
I actually dressed up as Arnold Schwarzenegger as the governor for Halloween one time.
What? In a suit and stuff?
In a suit, and then they had like a mask of his face. And I wore it.
Why didn't you wear the sunglasses with the red dot in one of the eyes? You should have.
Like, you know how like they come out with like those political masks?
Yeah.
You know, of like who's president and stuff like that. They did one for Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Well,
and I just got the mask, and my mom was like, "Okay, let's go to the thrift store and get a suit." And we did. We found a suit, and that's who I was for Halloween.
That's dope.
I don't know why I did it, but I think it was more influence of my parents because they were like, "Oh, it's so funny! Come on, you could be Arnold." And I loved Arnold Schwarzenegger as a kid.
Yeah,
I was like, "Okay, cool, yeah, I'll be Arnold Schwarzenegger," you know. And stuff. And then I did a class project on him because we get to choose like people that you get to like significant people in history.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like you know, like one of those
Yeah.
things. I did mine on Arnold Schwarzenegger. So
For one of my college classes, this is a speech class. Before we bring Die Hard, Die Hard's still in court. Bruce Willis is waiting in the seat over here.
He's waiting. Hold on, man.
But for one of my college speech classes, we had to give a speech about people that have significantly impacted our lives, and I chose Matt Stone and Trey Parker, the creators of South Park. And I said in my speech that they were one of the greatest creative directors or creative people of all time. Because of South Park. And people believe me. I got an A too.
It's true, though.
And I got an A.
It's true.
There you go.
Just telling the truth.
Exactly.
Spitting facts, as the youngsters have said.
I can't wait to have a kid, you know, and then like, I don't know, maybe 8 years old, 9. I guess, yes, it's still young. But I was like 8 or 9 when I watched these movies, and I came out okay for the most part.
I know. We came out fine, I think.
Yeah. But like, you know, sit him down on Saturday mornings and I put Die Hard in there. He's waking up from the bed. He's like, oh my God, the smell of bacon's great and eggs. Oh yeah. Dad, what are you watching? Oh yeah, let me sit you down.
Let me sit you down too.
Oh, who's this actor? Oh, it's Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
And then like when the movie ends, be like, can you believe this man was the governor of California? What? Yeah. Did he like
shoot people?
No.
Did he like if they didn't abide by the rules, would he just like
terminate them? No. Maybe. I don't know. There's like no facts, but like maybe.
I mean, anything's possible.
Actually, Terminator Judgment Day is when he actually was in office.
And he tried coming back in the third one and just didn't work out.
Yeah. We're actually living in Terminator. Just wait until you're like 25. Then we'll be living that in reality.
Basically. Skynet will take over.
Exactly. So just wait. Whoa. Yeah. Son. You'll have fun.
This scenario is so weird. No, but
guys, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Shut up.
God,
we're getting
mind
there.
your business.
God, listen, you're here for the enjoyment.
Yeah. Oh crap! I just now look at the time.
What is it?
52 minutes.
Oh.
We gotta wrap this up.
I told you.
This might be an hour and a half, I think.
No. Well, we got it. We got 20 minutes.
All right, so let's get back into it then.
Can we just get on with Yes.
Yes. All right.
Jesus Christ.
These people,
Man, why is the cord annoying today?
I don't know.
Oh my God. Okay, well, Bruce Willis. Let's say as a person, you know, I'm coming in and I'm saying it's not a Christmas movie. Biting by your rules in saying that, you know, a Christmas movie is supposed to have Christmas as a theme and move the plot forward.
Yeah.
Technically, it does.
Yeah.
Right? Because there was no way that these robbers... Why did they use Christmas as a means to, you know, do what they're doing now?
To rob the Nakatomi building. So even Hans Gruber has said it. He said it in the film that the reason why they chose Christmas Eve was because it was A, less people in the building, and B, also the police would be less. There would be less police out during Christmas Eve as well too. Those were the two main things why he chose Christmas Eve, and it's true because in any other holiday, it wouldn't be that much people in the building.
What about New Year's Eve?
New Year's Eve, he could use New Year's Eve.
Or
but,
Thanksgiving.
Yes and no.
So here's the thing. And this is where someone can come in and be like, Rene, it couldn't be a Christmas movie because they could have used other holidays where the building would have been empty. Let's theoretically say that they would have done maybe Thanksgiving. Maybe just it fell on him that the idea would work on Christmas Eve.
But the thing is that with that argument, it's because Christmas is a much stronger holiday to take a day off than it is for Thanksgiving. Like, Thanksgiving is a strong day, but it's only one day. Essentially, on Christmas, we have 2 days to celebrate. You have Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So the same thing with New Year's and New Year's Day as well, too. So it's and I'm thinking about, like, the work mentality of, like, LA as well, too. You know, people are more inclined to either take the rest of the day off on a Christmas day than it is on Thanksgiving or Easter or even Halloween as well too. You know, people are more inclined to make sure that they're home or that they are making sure that they're not working on Christmas Eve, the week of Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. I think if anything, that would be my counter argument to that.
So far, all the Christmas movies that we've, said are Christmas movies have had Christmas be a theme, have helped out move the plot forward, but have also been like a central idea in the movie. Yeah. This doesn't happen in Die Hard. So here's where people can come in and be like, hey, guess what? Your defendant is guilty of not being a Christmas movie because even though it does take place on Christmas Eve and it goes into Christmas Day, it's not a central idea for, like movies like Nightmare Before Christmas or The Santa Claus or Home Alone, where, Christmas is an apparent thing. We see Die Hard and we see the action sequences and all the fights happen and stuff like that, but there isn't like Christmas trees every 10 minutes. The idea of Christmas isn't there unless they themselves say, well, we're going to get you home in time for the holidays and stuff, or, we're going to get you home for your kids to see them on Christmas Day and stuff. It's not like the central idea. It's just the plot device to move it slightly forward, and that's it. Yeah. So I can see, the people saying that are arguing against it that it's not a Christmas movie come in and saying that. And what would your response be as the defendant? I think for that, it would be basically that, I don't know, because I could argue where by the end of the movie, John McClain and his wife, what was her name? Holly. It was Holly. Okay. John and Holly get together by the end of the movie. But the thing is that someone can also counter argue is that, well, they're only together because of the of the situation that they've been through and stuff like that. But I think, again, and it falls into the Iron Man 3 argument, whereas that Christmas, having the idea of Christmas and stuff like that in their heads, making that decision and stuff like that helped them basically get together as well too. Like how Tony realized that he had to give up being Iron Man. Yeah. Christmas helped him make that decision. Yeah. It basically falls. And I think that's the same thing was well too, that it was the combination of Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, and then also that the whole, trauma that they went through as well too, that helped him basically decide, let's get back together. So I like that point that you brought across, because now I'm going to take off this mask and say, I no longer side with you, sir. Me? Yes, you, sir, the one that says that Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie. But I thought you were defending. Shut up! You shut your mouth. Order in the court. I'm sorry, Judge. Okay. This man was being a little bit too, just rowdy. Keep it calm. Sorry. I'm actually going to go with the defendant here. Okay. And say that Die Hard is in fact a Christmas movie. Yes. Yes, sir. Sit your ass down. Let me explain to you. All right? Why this is a Christmas movie. I'm glad you brought Iron Man 3. And the reason I say that is because Iron Man 3, we declared a holiday movie. It's a holiday movie. It is a holiday movie and not necessarily a Christmas movie, mainly because the events that began Iron Man 3 happened during a New Year's Eve, New Year's Day party. Yeah. And then the movie itself takes place during Christmas Day. None of the Christmas themes or ideologies necessarily move the plot forward. This could have happened, any other day, and we could have already said that is probably, or that is the reason as to why Iron Man 3 falls under the category of a holiday movie. Yeah. The events of Die Hard happen not just because Han says there are less people in that building because of Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. John McClain would not have gone and visited his wife in LA if it wasn't for Christmas or the Christmas party that happened.
Because he gets to see his family as well, too.
Exactly. Christmas itself is a plot device that instigates the events that happen in Die Hard. So people that are arguing against Die Hard and saying that it is not a Christmas movie because it's too much action are forgetting that movies like Nightmare Before Christmas, for example, take the device of Christmas, the idea, and then spin it as a central idea as to why Jack Skellington decides to take over Christmas, and it becomes the plot device that is used to move the story forward. It's the same thing here. And Die Hard does it in a way that doesn't stuff it in your face and says it is a Christmas movie.
No.
Guys, it's a Christmas. No. There are, certain points where it reminds you because the music all of a sudden becomes very Christmassy. Or you see a Christmas tree in the background. Or, they say something funny about Christmas and stuff like that. Or when he wraps the gun behind his back, he uses Christmas themed tape.
Yeah.
It doesn't stuff it. But again, Christmas is the reason why this moves forward. So people that argue it is not a Christmas movie are wrong. This is, in fact, a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, the door's there.
The door's right there.
You can jump off the 30th floor
I hope
where they held the... Just like in Die Hard.
Yeah.
Or no, he jumped off the roof. Excuse me.
Off the roof, yeah.
Yeah. But that's... It is a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
It is not a Christmas movie for all.
No.
But it is a Christmas movie. So what's the judgment, guys? Can you shut up?
Jeez.
Jesus Christ. Judge, I rest my case.
Yes.
Die Hard is, in fact, a Christmas movie. My buddy my buddy Rene over here and I both agree that it is a Christmas movie.
It is.
What say you, Judge?
This is a valid argument. Very, very, very strong points. Very good. You guys did your research.
Okay.
So I will have to give this movie the full stamp of Christmas movie.
Hey! Woo!
Yeah.
Bro, shut the hell up.
Come on. Jeez.
Can you get out?
Get out.
Why are you laughing? Don't laugh at this man. This man's not a comedian.
This is just a ridiculous situation that we're in. I'm laughing at the situation.
Who let you in?
Yeah.
I let myself in.
Get
out.
Let yourself out.
We're wrapping up this podcast. We're going to be talking about Tom Cruise for the next 10 to 15 minutes.
Yes.
You're not
Cruise.
invited. Get out. Don't even look. Thank you. All right, he's gone.
Okay, cool.
All right. We're good.
Okay.
Can I get back? Shut up.
No. Oh, God.
You're not allowed back in.
This dude.
God, man, I swear. This is all real.
Very
This is 100% genuine.
Genuinely real.
Not acted.
Yeah. Fake news.
I'm real, guys. Thank you for letting... We just said that. Anyways, Tom Cruise.
So... No, one little tidbit, last minute Die Hard little trivia. So you know the scene where Alan Rickman is hanging off the roof and stuff like that? And he's... well, not hanging off the roof. Hanging off the window by Holly's Rolex. And then his reaction to when he falls is a genuine reaction to Alan Rickman because they were hanging him off of I want to say less than 20 feet or less than 15 feet little area. It was like a little green screen area for him and stuff. They didn't tell him that they would be dropping him. He asks too. He goes, "Are you guys going to be dropping me?" He goes, No, we're not.
That's dope.
And so then basically they were doing that scene and it was the first take and his legit. So they drop him and that reaction is a legit reaction.
Just like Alien.
Yeah, basically not expecting to be dropped.
That's cool. I miss movies like that where they I mean movies still do it, but like that genuine Hollywood 80s magic that they actually use stunt people and drop them off from that high up and they have to fall. Okay. That's dope.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I don't know why
it was a heavy court. It was a heavy court.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
That scene where you see just the stunt double for Hans just fall is crazy.
Yeah.
When you see him, you're like, oh my God.
Even the helicopters going through like the bridge and everything.
Okay, so again, they actually had, so when they started filming that, and then there was actually police on the floor monitoring how they were going to do it. They didn't expect that they were going to be that close to the buildings and to the floor, and they told them, yeah, you guys can't do that anymore. But they filmed enough that that's the footage they used.
That's
because the rest
awesome.
of the helicopter scenes had to be on the roof.
Yeah.
After that. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. That's cool. The more you know.
Bum, bum, bum.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise news, guys.
10 to 15 minutes because we do got to wrap this up pretty soon. Do you want me to introduce this one?
Go for it.
Okay, so it was news this week as of time of recording, or excuse me, now that it's the 23rd of December. Last week, pretty much it came out, the little audio piece where Tom Cruise blew up on some production people.
Yes.
On set of Mission Impossible 7. Basically, these people weren't wearing masks.
They weren't wearing masks, and they weren't basically practicing any of the COVID basically rules against. Because upon this movie, it was originally being made earlier this year, but the lockdown happened in not lockdown, but they were shutting down movie sets one by one, and Mission Impossible was one in February, at the end of February, I think. And then they recently just got back on doing this film, and they were basically, obviously they had to go in, get tested, make sure everyone was practicing social distancing, everyone was quarantined as well too upon production and stuff like that, and everyone has to maintain wearing masks.
Yes.
And always keep, cleanliness as well too. So the only people that shouldn't be wearing masks are the actors on film. But Tom Cruise, I guess maybe it was during a take or something, or maybe it was right before a take.
I've heard that these people were like breaking protocol.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't just that they weren't wearing masks, it's that they were leaving set and then coming back and, breaking the bubble.
They can't do that. Yeah. Because they were filming in, I forgot what, in London or something like that, and or somewhere in Europe. Obviously, they weren't in the U.S. They were filming somewhere out of the U.S. somewhere in Europe.
Can you pull a 15-second clip real quick and play it in the background?
So let me see.
Yeah. So we're gonna show you just because you can find this audio online and it's about like a minute and a half long.
We might
2
have
minutes.
a link for it so you guys can listen to it fully.
Yeah.
But here's a little part of it.
So we're just gonna show you 15 seconds, or let you listen to 15 seconds of it, 10 to 15 seconds, and pretty much we'll talk about the reaction and what we think of it, just to wrap it up. But yeah, it is basically Tom Cruise in full dad mode, is what I felt.
Yeah.
And I'm not broken in like saying that I side with him and that I don't. There's a clear like side that I'm on.
Yeah.
It's more like I didn't really think to see, or like I wasn't expecting this. You got the clip? All right, go for it.
And they're looking at us and using us to make their movies. We are creating thousands of jobs, you I don't ever want to see it again. Ever. And if you don't do it, you're fired. And I see you do it again, you're gone.
Yeah.
So that was just about 10 seconds of it.
Yeah.
And holy crap, man.
He basically he did a Christian Bale. Where, remember in Terminator
I don't know if that was
Salvation?
real.
I don't know.
I heard that it was like real or that it was fake.
I believe it that Christian Bale did freak out like that on the set of Terminator Salvation because he is very into his
acting. Yeah.
So, I don't see him, not doing that. But the thing is that, when it came to this audio clip as well too, it got you thinking because, the one thing that's been talked about this whole year is that not everyone is going by certain safety protocols in this whole pandemic as well too. We have people, it's a very, very there is a line and some people are on one side, some people are not. You and I have explained and talked about how we should practice social distancing. We should take precautions and stuff like that. But, and then there are some people that are just, they don't care at all.
No.
That's the thing. And that's not to get too much into it. But the thing is that Tom Cruise is making sure, as you guys heard in that little clip too, is that there are jobs. These are people's jobs that we made so people can work and so people can basically pay for their needs and stuff like that. Working during this whole time is excruciating hard, especially if you have a job that's non-essential.
Yeah,
during
because
this
there's
time.
always the risk of exposure and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So we're not going to get into, because I feel this is the thing that pisses me off. Okay, I'm going to start off by saying this. This situation has been extremely politicized, and I feel like I shouldn't be the one coming in and saying, like, let's talk about this scenario, right? The whole topic that we're going to talk about isn't about COVID and all this other stuff.
No.
It's not that. It's to go into nerd news. It's, Mission Impossible 7. Nerds love that movie, so we're going to go and discuss that portion of it.
Yeah.
But if we're going to talk about this, I'm going to simply say this. There is absolutely no goddamn reason why this should have been politicized. This is a freaking pandemic, a viral pandemic that is out there infecting people and killing people.
It's a real thing.
It's changed
Yeah.
millions of people's lives and has destroyed the entire year for several people. You know?
Yeah. This whole thing has affected everyone in a certain way.
Yes. There is no reason why in the U.S. there should be a fine line to walk and basically say, if you want to wear a mask, then wear a mask. If you want to social distance, then social distance. No, it should have been there.
Yes.
Done. This is for people's safety. You don't like that? Okay.
Yeah.
And this isn't, and I've seen this the scenario where they try to compare it against like gun control and stuff like that. And no, get that out of the way because that's political.
Yeah.
We're talking about people's health here, their well-being and stuff like that. I work in this, like I work close to the industry, not with the medical team out there, like the nurses and the doctors and
No,
stuff like that.
but you're
I
around
see it
it.
for, I'm around it. I see it firsthand. And the first thought that comes to mind when I see the spike in, people getting infected is that all these people are going to be in the hospital for the holiday season. You know?
Yeah.
You and I are going to be blessed enough that we can still be with family because we live with family.
Yeah.
So we can go and, practice social distancing and make sure that, we can at least be safe, but at least see them and be with them if we can. I have friends that have been, that went to go see their parents, but people were inside and people were outside. They were separated, but they had that opportunity. These people won't.
Yeah.
Because of assholes that literally cannot comprehend that it is not a political issue. It's a health issue.
Yeah.
So when I look at this clip, or when I listen to this clip of Tom Cruise, my stance is that, yes, I am 100% with him.
Yes.
And the reason why is because Tom Cruise essentially spoke in a manner that I feel like I wish I could talk to, or I could speak to other people who don't believe this. He was just, you can feel the man's heart in that conversation where he was telling these people, you guys are goddamn idiots for doing this. He spoke from the heart and was I felt genuine, frustration from him in saying that, because he's 100% right. The industry was shut down and it cost thousands of jobs. These people live off that industry. And we're not just talking about production and set designers, costume designers, casting. We're not just talking about them. Think about the small actors and stuff like that that are trying to make it somewhere, and then their production gets shut down.
Yeah.
So now they don't even have money to live for the next couple months.
Yeah.
Those people also got affected too.
Yeah.
And that's who Tom Cruise was talking about.
Yeah.
That all eyes are on them. Because if something goes wrong, media immediately goes in there and basically says, y'all effed up. You guys got people infected again because you guys want to make a movie for entertainment for people out there? No, they're making jobs.
Yeah.
This isn't a high school project for people. This isn't me with a DSLR filming stuff out there. This is big production. Forget the companies that make it and, the big executives and stuff like that. People that are working and trying to make something of themselves are trying to do this.
Mind you, Tom Cruise is not talking. He's not talking from an actor's standpoint. He's actually the boss on set because he's actually a producer of these films.
Yeah.
He's the one that puts up the money for the stunts because, he owns the stunt company. That's his stunt company. And he's also putting money into the script. He's putting money into basically casting as well, too. He's doing all of this.
Yeah.
That's why he's talking on the phone with studios every day. He's on the phone with the head honchos of these studios to make sure that they're practicing the COVID, not laws, but COVID rules and stuff like that. So he is speaking from a boss standpoint. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He's making sure that everyone is working, but everyone also has to maintain the COVID rules. That's the thing.
I don't think I've seen a piece of media that's against him yet.
No.
I know that there are people who say, like, who is he to go and talk to people like that? Have more respect and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, look, we've crossed the fine line of respect. I think that we've been in this pandemic for long enough that if people don't want to comprehend, hey, buddy, it's a piece of fabric that protects you from someone else. And if you don't have consideration for another human being, then what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
You're not going to walk out in public butt ass naked and be like, well, it's America, I can do whatever I want. You have to have genuine consideration for people, and that's what Tom Cruise is doing. He spoke for hundreds of thousands of individuals that are frustrated with people that are not comprehending.
Yeah, you could tell that he was frustrated. Not only just, it was like basically unloading the whole year into these people that didn't practice any of the COVID rules, that he was basically frustrated himself over the year of how everything is getting worse because not everyone is following the rules.
Yeah. He spoke for a lot of us.
Yes.
And if people can say, yes, you know what? Let's say that he could have handled this differently. He could have sat the person down and be like, buddy, I need you to, like, we're going to Sesame Street this up.
Yeah, that's
and
fine.
we're going to talk and we're going to say, hey, look, buddy, wear a mask, dude. Like, don't walk out there and don't do this.
See, that would work, but this is Tom Cruise. Like he's already like
he's already
hot-headed. He's already a hot-headed person.
Yeah.
In general, I mean, the guy's into Scientology. So.
Okay, so you're just saying that people can be who they are because that's just who they are? No, it's not about that. It's that we've been in this situation for long enough, and trust me, it's not about violently reacting to someone and, if someone's not wearing a mask out there, you just sucker punch them in the face. No, it's not about that.
No.
It's more like these people need to get it through their, ignorant heads.
Common sense.
Just do it not for you, but for others out there that, to protect them, to stop this, to just prevent the slow. And if you don't believe it to be, okay, great. I don't go out there and, talk to flat earthers and say, like, buddy, you're wrong. You're a freaking idiot for thinking that. You want to believe the earth is flat? By all means, go for it because it's not affecting me and it's not affecting my loved ones.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave you alone. Go ahead and think this. But this is a genuine venereal disease. I think it's venereal. It's a virus.
But I think venereal, isn't it something else?
Maybe. I don't know.
I think that means STD. Is venereal disease, or is it?
Whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a disease. Okay. It's something out there that's affecting people and killing them. Have some consideration.
Seriously.
And Tom Cruise spoke for a lot of us and said, enough is enough.
Yeah.
So if you disagree with him, by all means, go ahead and disagree with him.
That's fine.
You don't have
We're not trying to make you agree with him. We're just telling you our thoughts about it, guys. Again, this is our opinions. We're not trying to basically force upon, this upon you guys. It's just basically we're telling you our thoughts about it, that we agree with Tom Cruise in this argument where he reacted how anyone else would have reacted, basically that he was basically sick and tired of how everyone is. And this is a dangerous time to not listen, to not be considerate. That's the thing. It's dangerous. It's very dangerous, especially during this time.
Yeah.
So overall, yes, I think it was justified. I think Tom Cruise he was justified, and no one seems to be disagreeing with it. That's at least also in the Hollywood work fame as well. Other celebrities have tweeted, saying that, oh yeah, Tom Cruise was totally in the right. He's not wrong. This even went on to like talk shows, and they said, no, this is complete. Like, I agree with him. They said, like, this is not the right time to start being lazy about the whole wearing a mask or not being God, I can't find the words because I'm just so kind of like angry. Yeah. But they're just basically being ignorant.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You're right. Venereal is sexually transmitted. So I was wrong. I looked it up right now. It's bothering me. I'm like, someone's gonna correct me. So I know. Do it. So I was like, yeah, no, you're wrong. But you're right. You're right. I was wrong. So it's not venereal.
It's just a viral infection.
Thank you. That's the word. It's a viral disease.
I think someone said it back in the listening. Like, viral, and I heard you. I heard you. Venereal. I was like, wait, what?
No. It's not that. Okay, so that was my bad. But no, yeah, and it doesn't help that the media plays the way it does, and they're trying to, from what I've seen there, it does kind of seem like they want to make this like, oh, well, why did Tom Cruise act in a certain way? Look, he's speaking out for a lot of us that are just mad. You got angry. You're a little bit frustrated. I'm a little bit frustrated.
I'm actually, so thinking upon it. So if we stand back and think about this, the person that uploaded this audio, what was the outcome of they wanted when they uploaded this audio?
I think they just wanted to show off Tom Cruise's thing. I mean, if his intention was to like make him look at bad and be like,
it backfired.
Totally
backfired.
What do you want us to do? Oh, Tom Cruise is an enemy for speaking this way because he's talking about COVID.
It could have been an employee basically like, oh, let's show out Tom Cruise is mean to me.
Yeah,
stuff
no,
like
if,
that.
if
it
it was
backfired, buddy.
If it was Tom Cruise yelling because he didn't get his coffee right, okay, yeah, he's an asshole for that.
Yeah.
But we're talking about something that's actually affecting, millions of lives in the world.
Yeah.
So, no, we're going to side with Tom Cruise on this.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So, I don't think there's anything else to discuss.
This is it. We're reaching an hour and 20 now.
Cool. All right. So, let's go ahead. Andy should be on the phone.
Is she on the phone?
Let me see. We're going to call her now.
She should be. She's like on Instagram or something like after eating her
Why
mac
are
and
you
cheese.
calling me now? It's because I want to genuinely know what was the joke.
I hope she says something embarrassing.
She's not going to say anything embarrassing, but she's probably there's like a high chance that she doesn't know. Hello?
Hello?
Hey babe, you're on the podcast. I'm just
Hi.
hi. I want to tell you before you say anything that's going to embarrass me. I'm telling you right now, you're on the show.
You, like, cut her off.
Just wait.
Well, I appreciate that.
So I have a question for you because I was thinking about we had a conversation sometime this week.
About 2020.
Yeah, about 2020. And you said something that was like someone did something that started the bad events of 2020. Do you remember who it was?
Shakira?
Was it?
Was it? What did Shakira
So what was
do?
she? Yeah.
Yeah.
Shakira? Why she did?
Yeah. Why were we talking about Shakira?
Because I was watching a TikTok that my sister sent me, and it was Shakira doing this weird tongue thing during the Super Bowl.
That's right.
Oh, that's
right. That was, yeah. Now I remember.
So that was the first bad omen?
Because it was in February.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
okay.
that was in February.
Oh, man.
So Shakira did some voodoo crap.
Voodoo.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry,
funny.
I said in the TikTok, but we all know this all started way before then.
Yeah.
No, we don't
I
know.
don't
I
know.
mean,
No.
look, January.
Illuminati.
So
Illuminati confirmed.
so at the
Plus, she was planning it the whole time while she was rehearsing for the Super Bowl.
it could
And
be.
it just made it worldwide.
So here's the thing, because Andy and I were talking about, I think Shakira was on like the radio or something. That's why we brought her up. But we were reminiscing about like the first events that kind of started it all. And I think I mentioned this in the podcast before, but like we usually go on like holiday trips with family
Yeah.
outside of the state. So last year we went to South Dakota. So we went to South Dakota. And we remember waking up January 1st, and the first thing that happened was like World War III was supposed to happen. That was the meme.
Oh, wow.
But do you remember what it was, babe? That
I don't remember. All I remember was whenever we'd be on Reddit or online, you just see World War III memes. But I don't remember what it was or who started it. I'm pretty sure it had to do with North Korea, though, I think.
maybe. All we know is that
remember.
Shakira started this.
Just blame Shakira.
Confirmed. All right, thanks, babe. So I'm going to hang up now, all right?
Alrighty.
All right.
Thank you for having me. Okay, bye.
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 Shakira.
Shakira. And on that note, we'll leave that thought to you guys.
All right, so before we wrap this up
Yes.
and give you the whole thing of where to find us and all this other stuff, we want to end it this way by thank you guys for supporting us, to our listeners. If you made it this far, issue 28?
Issue 28. So this has been going on over 6 months now.
Over 6 months. So we want to thank you guys for listening. If you've been a consistent listener and listening through our whole rants and discussions and jokes
Just
and stuff,
weird sideline conversations as
Yes.
well too.
thank you guys for the support, for the genuine comments, and we appreciate every single one of you guys. More importantly, we want you guys to stay safe and make 2020, even if it sucked, the end parts of it, make it good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you can't spend time with family, you know, make the most out of it. Give them a call, tell them you love them.
Yeah.
You know, just remind yourself of the good things that have happened, because we can joke and meme and say, you know what, we're going to prep for 2021 because 2020 was just a crap year. Remind yourself of the good things that happened in 2020, if there were any.
Yeah.
You know, call the people that you care about the most and tell them you love them. Be there for them and just make the most out of it. And thank you guys for, you know, being with us. Rene, did you want to add anything?
Just that basically, yeah, this has been a crazy year, but then also that crazy year brought in this podcast. It brought you and me together. There's no other person I would want to do a podcast with now, man. Like, I love you.
I love you, Rene.
I love you too, man.
I love how you're just like, should I say this?
I know,
Is it going to be too much for me?
No, I've never had fun with a podcast and sticking with it. You know, I wouldn't have anyone else other than you, man.
I appreciate it. Renee, love you to death.
Yes.
Thank you for, you know, bringing on this idea and encouraging and being the central force that's causing this podcast to happen.
Thank you.
For our listeners, if you know, the most you can do to help us is just to share this show with other people, letting them know about what we're doing. We're trying our hardest. I know that there are a lot of nerdy podcasts and people that you can listen to. And if you're one of them that, you know, has been with us, and we appreciate you. I can't say it enough. We can't say it enough.
Yeah.
But if you want to help us out, share it with people and let them know about us. You know, we try our hardest to be a little bit more, a little unique.
Yeah.
Our chemistry is what we try to sell to you guys. The content, I know you guys can easily grab it from any other site, IGN and GameStop and other companies, but whatever. We want to bring our chemistry and our energy to you guys and make a show every week to give you guys something to look forward to.
Definitely.
So, Renee, thank you for being the central momentum to this show and encouraging us to keep going for 27 issues, 28 issues, plus an annual.
Plus an annual.
2 annuals now.
2 annuals going to be out, by next week.
And hopefully,
when this podcast airs.
Hopefully another 30-something and a couple more annuals more for next year. Oh, man. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
We got this.
So, to wrap this up, guys, if you're listening to this on Spotify, we are also on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts as well. Our podcasts are also uploaded every week at the same time, Wednesdays at 11:30 on YouTube. So if you're listening to this on an audio platform, jump on over to our YouTube channel. In the description, you'll see a link there. Please go subscribe there. We're going to be posting up Let's Plays and something special during New Year's.
Yeah.
So we're going to upload something that we're going to work on this week. Stay tuned for that on New Year's Day. We are also going to be working on the Cyberpunk Collector's Edition unboxing. Thank you. That will be uploaded on our YouTube channel. If that is not already up, it'll be up by that week as well. So that's something to look forward to. Only on our YouTube. Please go subscribe.
And then hopefully, I mean, it's just we've been super busy this end of the year that our Let's Plays will be up eventually, but it's just that, you know, we're trying to put out as much as we can with the time that we have.
Yes.
You know? So it's all we have to plan it out, guys.
Yes. So just, you know, thank you guys for everything and for listening to us, being there with us. You know, thank you. Follow us on our socials as well. Forgot to plug that in. Twitter and Instagram, Keeping Up with the Nerds. Fun fact, if you guys don't know, if you look up Keeping Up with the Nerds on Google, we're one of the first results on there.
Yeah.
We did it.
We're relevant.
I think it's just because no one has thought of that name before as well.
Yeah.
It also helps us because Keeping Up with the Kardashians is canceled.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes. So we'll be relevant with keeping up with that name. Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm
so
happy now.
There.
I mean, it's sad about the Kardashians, but they're freaking multimillionaires.
They got this.
They'll still make money.
Private islands, Kanye West, you know.
Kanye.
All right. Are we ready to wrap up the end of the year last issue for Variety Hour?
Yes, but this is all on you, man.
All right. You want a 200% Bryan
201%
outro coming from me at 200%. Let's do this. Thank you, citizens, for listening to this issue of Keeping Up with the Nerds Variety Hour. I'm your host, Bryan.
Rene.
Coming to you from 12920 Philadelphia Street, Whittier, California, recording at Undercity Comics. We thank you, citizens, once again, and hope to see you all next year.